The hell are you supposed to be? The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
What's up? What's up, guys? AW Air Warrior. Welcome to Let's Talk Pop episode 91 on this Saturday evening or night, wherever you are. I hope you're all having a good Saturday. It's a long weekend in Canada. Canada Day is Monday. Hope you're having a good long weekend for your Canadians out there, and yeah, also Independence Day next week too for you Americans out there that are watching. So I hope you're all having a good weekend. It was a busy sports world, the NBA draft, NFL, NHL draft, but this is not a sports show. This is a pop culture show. Welcome to the AWR Award. I'm your host, Aaron. Welcome. If you're a first timer checking out channel first time and you like what you see, subscribe, please. And if you're a current subscriber and a newer subscriber, smash the like button down below and share this out if you can. Also, I'll be sending out invitations out. But yeah, we're going to Let's Talk Pop, episode 91. So 9 episodes away from 100. And I want the 100th episode would be big. Maybe the 100th episode. Maybe the 100th episode. Will be a big, it'll be a big one. Yeah, for sure. Now let's talk. Let's talk. So let's get into this. Did I send invitations? Okay. Only send invitations to one person. All right. Now, a lot of movie news dropped yesterday. Okay. Movie news dropped yesterday. A lot of it. There's some news that dropped today, but not as major, not as big as yesterday. Okay. So let's get on with yesterday, man. All right. So let's go over Deadpool and Wolverine. They gave us a 1-minute teaser from the upcoming Deadpool and Wolverine movie, which comes out a little bit less than a month from now. Less than 30 days, about 27, 28 days. Yeah, about that. So they give us a little teaser and a returning character, as ready, basically confirmed. But if you've seen the trailers, but a returning character is Sabretooth from the first X-Men movie. Tyler Mane is gonna be playing reprising his role as Sabretooth from the first movie, with a lot more hair, a lot more facial hair. Looks more like an animal than Liv Schreiber's Sabretooth, but this is the Sabretooth they showed us in the 1-minute teaser. Teaser. Now I'm going to get to some questions here, then I'm going to show you the teaser on here. I believe I could get away with it, because I think it's a Marvel thing, so I'm going to get away with the teaser if I can. Okay? So, let's get to the questions here. All right. Blade isn't mentioned at all Marvel Studios. San Diego Comic-Con, I'm going to assume it's dead. It's not dead. It's not dead. Okay. Yeah, I have to see this. I've seen it. I'm gonna have to see it again to see that to see what you're talking about there. I would have to see it again. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say it's June 3. Well, from what I read, from what I heard, Marvel Studios for San Diego Comic Con is gonna focus on more on the upcoming movies, and they're gonna announce the they're gonna announce the rest of Phase 6, upcoming projects for Phase 6, and then Honda Center, they might save some of that and just have some of might bring on the cast for the new announced projects that they're gonna announce at San Diego Comic Con. They might do that. And I think in 2022, they did not really announce new projects at at D23. I think they just had the people that are working on the films for the MCU there. Oh, hey George.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm good. I don't know. There's not a lot of people today. I don't know. It's like, I guess people are busy. I don't know.
I mean,
Alright.
it's Saturday night.
Oh.
The weekend before. Well, it's the weekend before 4th of July. Quiet
That's
Place
true.
Day 1 is out, so people are probably seeing that. I saw it today.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So okay. So
You know what? I have the perfect solution to this Marvel versus DC debate. You ready?
what?
Kevin Feige and James Gunn should go play golf against one another.
Oh yeah. Oh, they probably have.
No, like actually play. Listen, spoiler alert for anyone who missed the debate the other night. But at one point, both candidates were bragging about their golf skills against one another. So you know what? Let's have a golf tournament to settle all this stuff.
I think a golf tournament should sell to be the one who determines the next presidency. Because that
You know
debate
what?
didn't do it.
Or better yet, maybe Zack Snyder and James Gunn should have golfed
Oh,
against
no.
one another to see who should be running DC. Like, I'm sorry. Like that will never be not funny to me. The golf thing. I mean.
They just the golf could be so that a golf match between the two should be the is what they should do to determine the next president. Not the debates, not the votes. Golf.
Yeah,
Just
golf. Hey, listen.
Golf.
Back in high school when I used to take AP European history, one of my friends in the class suggested that Barack Obama should play against Vladimir Putin in basketball to determine the state of the world. And LeBron James can be the new Secretary of State. By the way, congratulations to LeBron James for getting his son on the Lakers. No one else is talking about any of the other draft picks besides Bronny.
Congratulations, LeBron, for having your son play with you. He's never gonna play 10 minutes in his season because he's a 55th pick.
But let me just say this before we get back to the topic of like Dune and Marvel. For anyone that's accusing LeBron of nepotism, don't bat it. Why'd you bat an eye when Giannis' own brother is wasting a roster spot on the Milwaukee Bucks? I'm just saying it, and I think Bronny's got more potential than Giannis' brother's ever gonna have.
I think the difference is I think Giannis' brothers did not get drafted.
And yeah, they didn't even get drafted.
They kind of worked maybe for a way where Bronny James, if you look at his college stuff, like he should never be in the draft in the first place.
But again, I'll say this: LeBron James, I think, has earned the right to play with his son because 4 NBA championships, 4 MVPs, no scandals, been great since day one, loyal to his wife. The only mistake LeBron ever made, and it's not going to Miami. That was a mistake. It's how he went by announcing it on live TV.
LeBron James.
Besides that, LeBron has done everything correct in his career.
LeBron James has to go to the G League.
I mean, listen, if he plays some G League minutes, that's fine. But hey, listen, kudos to JJ Redick. There's no other player that deserves to be a coach.
Here's the thing: only the Lakers are going to draft him. Other teams like, yeah, he's not good enough.
Wait, what happened?
No other team's always good enough. That's only.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it is. I mean, there is nepotism in most of the stuff like sports, obviously. I just think he's. I mean, it is a second round pick, and he is. It's not like he got drafted with the mid pick. I think the Lakers had the mid round pick in the first round, right? So just that. Yeah, everybody's talking. It's just that he's not going to have a career. Once his father's done, who's going to save his ass?
Oh, that's a good point. Well, listen, Bronny's got a few years to look like an NBA player. That's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna be. You know how NBA, you know how in WNBA some teams treat Caitlin Clark. You know how some players treat Caitlin Clark. I think LeBron James, if he ever does play this year, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the players on the other teams treat him, give hard fouls all the time.
Well, all I can say is before we get to the topic is that. But remember, like Lonzo Ball, like there was a time when Lonzo Ball had a target on his back because his loudmouth dad kept bragging about, oh, we better than Steph. You know, I could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one.
He's not relevant anymore, huh?
Yo, but you know what? I feel bad for Lonzo because you know what? Lonzo was beginning to look like an all-star before he got hurt.
Lonzo Ball was a good point guard.
He was a very good point guard. Listen. When he was the starting point guard for the Bulls were the #1 seed in the East. That's how good they became because of Lonzo. Like that's how good of an impact player that this kid was. But yeah, sorry for getting off topic, but there were just a couple of things that have happened since I was last on stream.
I feel like the Lakers care more about the scrutiny, the media, all that, more the talk of them more than about winning. That's why they hired JJ Redick. That's why they got Brian James Jr.
But listen. I do think I think the JJ move was actually a smart move because JJ has got a high basketball IQ.
I do too, but I think he went to the wrong team for that.
But here's the thing: we can't always have these young rookie coaches going on rebuilding teams. It worked for Steve Kerr. I'm not saying that JJ Redick's going to be Steve Kerr.
I think JJ. I agree and disagree. I think JJ would do fine on a rebuilding team. I also just think he'd be fine on a team that's good. I just don't think that team's the Lakers. I think he goes to another good team that's fired the coach as a playoff team. I think, like for example, say if what's a good team in the East? Say if Orlando fires their coach. I think JJ Redick would do a good job there. I don't think the Lakers are that team.
I think Orlando's a bit overrated in my opinion. I'm not sold on them.
I know, but like they made the playoffs. My worry about JJ Redick, it might be like a Steve Nash situation in Brooklyn.
Well, I will say this: JJ's got one thing right now, and that is he's got LeBron's respect. They had the podcast together. But here's the thing: you're saying that's a hard thing to do because LeBron throws.
Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving wanted Steve Nash as the coach, and they turned on him.
Yeah, but we also know that Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving have the mentality of 12-year-olds.
Be careful of LeBron. He'll turn on you if you want.
But I think we also know that Kyrie and Kevin Durant.
Gilbert Arenas would be a bad coach.
Yeah, Gilbert will be bad. Gilbert's not even smart on his podcast. JJ is at least smart on his podcast on ESPN. All I can say is that Kevin Durant and Kyrie have the mentalities of 12-year-olds. Well, maybe not Kyrie anymore, but Kevin Durant still does. I mean, listen, Kevin Durant's not happy with whoever coaches him. He wasn't happy with Frank Vogel. That's why he got out.
Same Kyrie. That's true.
You know, Kyrie, listen, Kyrie is happy with Jason Kidd. Look how far they got. You know, sometimes, you know, you got to be – if the star player is happy with the coach, you can go far.
LeBron, it's amazing. LeBron, how many coaches LeBron had in his career.
Listen, there's really only been 2 coaches that I think LeBron really fully respected. Ty Lue.
Michael Jordan. Ty Lue.
And eventually Eric Spoelstra. Not the first year, but after the first year, he respected Spoelstra.
Blinded. Are you home blinded? Are you back from your swimming trip? I was saying, like, you see the comparisons between LeBron and Michael, right? You always compare who's the GOAT. Michael Jordan only had, like, 3 coaches, and one of them was with Washington, right? He had 2 in the Chicago Bulls days. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Oh, you're still out? Oh, that sucks, man. Right? I mean, yeah, and like Kobe, how many coaches did Kobe have? He had a couple, right? He had like
There were like a couple before Phil came.
Harris, I think it's somebody named Harris.
Rudy Tomjanovich.
Yeah.
And then Phil came back, and then it was Mike Brown, and then D'Antoni, and then Byron Scott.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Sorry for getting off topic with all this sports stuff. But
I was talking about Deadpool and Wolverine. I was talking about the Sabretooth scene. I know that Sabretooth in the X-Men movie, the first one, wasn't really like about used. He was just there as like muscle. You know, one of those typical dumb, big brutes you see in those that the main villain always has. You know what I'm talking about? Like it's a cliche kind of character. You know, those dumb brutes kind of characters, right?
Yeah.
That's what he was, right? Didn't really was nothing to him except he was named Sabretooth, and he kind of looked like an animal, like a Sabretooth. Things came up, man. That's why things came up. But I'm kind of glad to see this Sabretooth back, and we're gonna watch the clip after. I'm glad to see this. I like the hair. My critique about Liv Schreiber's Sabretooth, well, it was a better version of this Sabretooth, obviously, because there was character in him. He did not look like Sabretooth that much. He looked more human than.
I mean, a lot of these X-Men characters in the movies don't really look like their humble counterpart. To be fair.
And I could tell. I mean, I could tell. Well, if you watched the past Deadpool movies, when he had some of the X-Men counterparts, even the ones that appeared before, like Juggernaut, but Juggernaut was in 2 different movies, right? But Deadpool 2 and X-Men: The Last Stand.
Oh, he was much better in Deadpool 2.
Yeah, I could tell in the Deadpool movies they look more like the counterparts, right? They look much more like the counterparts. And even though Domino had a kind of a fro in the comics, Domino does not have an afro, but you get my point. I'm excited to see the Sabretooth, man. I know, like
he does kind of look like Gandalf.
he does. I know he's not going to be in there for like a long time amount of the movie, right? He's going to be in there for like maybe 5-10 minutes.
I mean,
maybe.
Well, here's the thing. We know based on not just this clip, but
Sabretooth. Only in the X-Men origins, they're half brothers. In the comics and everything else, they're not. They're not related at all.
As I was saying, we know that this movie's going to probably be filled with henchmen, mutants in it. I mean, we saw.
We saw that. Yeah.
We saw Pyro in the first trailer.
There was Deathstrike. There was Azazel.
Yeah, we've seen Deathstrike. It's like by Paul Rudd's Deadhead or the
Ant-Man's giant head. Yeah.
So we know that like. They're pulling villains that aren't exactly main villains, which is actually kind of interesting in my opinion. It's pretty interesting that they're doing that. And also, like, don't forget, like, wasn't like Jennifer Gardner as Elektra still rumored?
Yeah. We haven't seen her, right?
Well, we haven't seen her in any of the trailers, so I wonder, like what role like she's gonna have. But I mean, hey, can we just talk about the fact that the Chicago Bowl intro music was playing when Wolverine and Sabretooth confronted? Like, that was very interesting to hear.
I'm not surprised. Look, basketball. I'm not surprised it declined $48 million for 2 years. Is it $48 million a year or $48 million together 2 years? Like $24 million. Okay. But yeah, here's a Deadpool clip. I think I have the. Okay. Oh yeah, I still have the ads.
25 years of innovating has led to today. Today, your EV inspires your adventures. Get in a Kia Niro EV and see what tomorrow brings.
Kia. Movement that inspires.
I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about, and I have no idea how to save it. But you do.
Look.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
Well, my entire world needs you. Shake on it. Ah!
That's pretty funny.
Nicked it. Just got the tip with your little steak knife. This is what I'm talking about. Big slow motion action sequence. Who knows if you live or die?
Who's next?
Oh my God.
Save.
Yeah, you hear it. The Bulls music right there.
Yeah, from Xavier's Mansion at number 23, James Logan.
Is his name Howlett? Howlett?
Yeah. Howlett. But you get what I'm trying to do.
I never hear them in. I don't remember any movies they call him James or Howlett.
They never use any of those names. They just call him Logan.
Yeah.
Sabretooth, ready to die.
Hey, I have a question. The Sabretooth, I don't know if I don't remember very well here. Does Sabretooth ever talk in the first X-Men movie?
I don't even remember.
Yeah, because this might be the first time he actually said something. And look, he has the claws. It's good.
You know, I wonder if the Blob is gonna be in there. Like, did you just call me Bob?
I mean, the Brotherhood.
Yeah, I mean, listen. They're using lesser known X-Men characters in this movie, so he would fit perfectly.
Well,
just so they can have like a reference scene.
Sabretooth should not be a lesser known X-Men character. That's the thing.
I don't. Well, this version is.
Yeah,
not the Origins Wolverine version.
The problem is if you get the Origins, if you get Liv Schreiber's Wolverine, it looks like this. You have the perfect Sabretooth. You have a great Sabretooth. Obviously, they can't do Sabretooth without any clothing on, right? Because like in the comics or in the show, if Beard has any clothing, it's like pure fur and stuff, right?
Well, it's easier in animation to.
They can't mystique it.
Oh my goodness!
Because you know how they did Mystique, right?
Yeah.
Wait.
Let me see.
Time!
You look ridiculous. People have waited decades for this fight. It's not going to be easy. Maybe nice. You shoot the double, you take him down.
Here's the thing. Yeah, I think the edit here was kind of out of sync. I think people were right. It was out of sync. What do you think? Did it look like out of sync to you?
A little.
Yeah. And there's some people who say, "Oh, this is the fight we've all been looking for." And some people say, no, we're not. We want to see Hawk versus Wolverine." I think I'd rather see Wolverine versus Sabretooth because there's a history there more than the Hawk. Like it's a personal history, and whatever. I want to see what Dom's point here about why would Logan mount Sabretooth from the back. It's a good question. I want to see why.
Side control, then full mount, and you ground and pound till he makes no sound because he's dead.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my God.
Okay, good luck. I'm a huge fan.
Rated R.
I did not see where he mounted Sabretooth's back. Where did you see that, Donovan? Did you see that, George? I just see him running towards each other and clashing. I did not see Logan mount Sabretooth from the back. I don't know. Did you see that, George?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, me too. What the heck are these puppies? I'm actually excited. I mean, yeah, that guy's gonna be in there for 5-10 minutes. I mean, it's bringing those characters back. I mean, there is kind of a nostalgia for those characters, right? Hello, Anthony. I'm nostalgic for those characters. I'm nostalgic for Wolverine versus Sabretooth. Again, now you gotta remember, this is not the same Wolverine. This is not the same Wolverine from X-Men Origins, and it's not the same Wolverine from that original trilogy. Okay. You gotta remember, this is a multiverse movie, so there's different. So I guess technically, I don't know if I would call Wolverine a Nexus being per se, like Wanda or Doctor Strange, because technically they're not in the 616 universe, like there, but there's a bunch of other universes they're in, right? In the MCU. So I don't know if I would say there. Maybe in the MCU there's this character is in this universe, but also there's a Nexus being where the same character is always in every universe there is, and maybe there's something in between where there's this. Maybe this character is in 10 or 15 different universes, universes, but not every single universe. So they're not exactly a Nexus being, but they're not exactly in one universe. Maybe that's what Wolverine is. That's the old way of thinking. Same with because I think this because it's clearly this Deadpool is from the Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2 movies, right? It's the same universe, and I would assume because you could tell this Wolverine is not from that universe either. They're from the one Deadpool's in, because the way they describe in the trailer, past trailers, in this trailer, that Wolverine let his fellow mutants down, stuff like that, right? So obviously that Wolverine might not be in the one in Deadpool's universe. There might be a different Wolverine. This might be the Wolverine. I'm just gonna say this might be the Wolverine in Logan before the Logan stuff happened, before in between Logan and I guess the Wolverine.
Because remember when there was those like alleged plot leaks that apparently like Deadpool rescues Wolverine before the events of Logan, like that was like one of the rumored plots.
I don't think that's it.
No, I'm not saying that's Logan. It. But what if like that was like
I remember that.
Yes. A lie that is twisted where it is a Wolverine between the events of the Wolverine and Logan, but it's like remember how like when Professor X like got sick, like they said Professor X got sick and a lot of mutants got killed.
Yeah.
What if like this Wolverine was pulled right after that? Because remember what they keep saying, this Wolverine failed his universe. So in other words, this is a Wolverine that failed to save the mutants.
Yeah. It could
so it could be possible that this is like a Wolverine before the events, because they said they wanted to do it in a way where it's not disrespectful to the movie Logan.
Yeah.
I mean, because here's the thing, like we don't really know what like happened like in those in between years. Like, what if like Wolverine could have eventually gotten the suit in that universe? Because wasn't he originally going to get the suit in Logan?
I don't remember.
James Mangold, like I don't know, I can't remember if he said that they were going to originally use the suit or they had a draft for the suit until they decided to scrap it.
I don't think the suit would have made sense in that movie.
Well, it wouldn't have made sense, but I know they were toying with the idea.
Yeah.
So
you always toy with ideas.
So I mean, I'm not opposed to it if that's how they're doing it.
Too baggy. That's too much piping wetting all over the place. Hey, DeGrasse, coming in. I sent you an invite, buddy. I sent you one, buddy. You know that. If you're home, of course. And they're promoting this movie like crazy. We're only a couple weeks away. I mean, like we're like 4 weeks away, and hype is real for this movie. I did not know Bad Boys cost $1 billion. I did not see that coming. Bad Boys costing $1 billion. Bad Boys 4 cost $1 billion. I never saw that coming. Did you, George?
Wait, what?
Bad Boys 4 cost $1 billion.
Bad Boys 4 did not cost $1 billion.
Cost $1 billion at the box office.
$1 billion? Let me see. That's.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding, man.
Where'd you read this from? As far as I know, Bad Boys only made $300 million worldwide. Unless the franchise made $1 billion in total.
No, okay. That's what John Campia said by accident. I think he made a mistake.
Oh, of course it was Campia. Now I know Inside Out is made it's made almost $900 million.
It's gonna cost $1 billion. It's gonna cost.
Well, I mean, it's got time until Deadpool 3 comes out.
Well, it has time to Despicable for maybe Despicable. I think Despicable will do well too.
Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of Despicable Me movies. I mean, I like the first two, but it's like the Minions get so annoying and old after a while.
Oh yeah.
And here's the thing. I know I might sound like a 90s, early 2000s boomer. I'm not happy that they replaced the Nickelodeon Jimmy Neutron ride at Universal with Minions. And the Jimmy Neutron ride was way better than the Minions ride. I'm sorry. Listen, as much as I'm annoyed at Nickelodeon for the quiet on set stuff, I can't be annoyed at Nickelodeon animation or Nicktoons.
Yeah.
I grew up on that stuff. To me, Jimmy Neutron's one of the most underrated cartoons ever, and actually has one of the best cartoon dads in Hugh Neutron, who might be a dimwit, but at least he cares about his son and actually is like interested in getting to know his smart son. Sorry, Jimmy Neutron was a great cartoon.
Yeah.
But I mean, it like I think Despicable Me 3 made $1 billion worldwide, or almost did. I don't know. Like, I gotta see what's the word of mouth on it so far, because
it comes out very soon, right? It comes out this week.
I'm checking reviews. It's got a 63 on Rotten Tomatoes so far based on 24 reviews. So it's either going to be in the 60s or the 50s on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is that low for Despicable?
I mean, I think the last one got in the 60s or 50s and it still made $1 billion. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to these big animated franchises. You look at the Shrek franchise. The first two Shrek movies were awesome. Shrek the Third and Shrek Forever After got mixed reviews, but yet they still made a lot of money because the Shrek brand is strong. The Despicable Me brand is strong enough where even if the movie gets mixed reviews, it's gonna do pretty good.
I think the Minions were cute at first, but the more and more they got, the more and more they were shown, the more and more the popularity they got, it just got more annoying and annoying.
Here's the thing. The Minions fell into what I call the side character trap. You know Cars, right?
Yeah, I
Lightning
know Cars.
McQueen.
Yeah.
So you know how everyone thought Mater was the funny character in the first Cars, and he was funny. But then guess what? Cars 2, they make him the main character, and it's just so annoying. And Cars 2, everyone agrees Cars 2 is one of, if not the worst Pixar movie to ever come out.
Yeah.
Because and part of it was focusing on Mater, who really added nothing of substance to the movie. I mean, I remember like in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, they used to have like cartoons starring Mater, where Mater would go on these weird quests, and then he'd tell Lightning McQueen, "Don't you remember? You was there too." I haven't even seen Cars 3 yet, and it's like I heard somewhat positive stuff about Cars 3, that it wasn't that bad, but it's like I'm just like, I still gotta rewatch the first Cars. I remember I did like the first Cars movie. It wasn't my favorite Pixar movie, but I remember I thought it was good. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't up to the Pixar standard, but it was still better than a lot of the Disney movies that were coming out in the 2000s at that time, like Chicken Little. That Madagascar ripoff, The Wild.
Ariel.
But no, back to my
Junior. What? Ariel?
Oh yeah, they're doing Ariel Jr. on Disney Plus, like one of those like Disney one of those Disney Junior shows.
Oh.
But back to my point of the Minions, they suffer from focusing too much. When you focus too much on the character that was funny or characters that was funny, there's just some characters that shouldn't get their own spin-offs.
You know what movie I'm excited for this week? After Foley, Beverly Hills Cop 4, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Eddie Murphy movie, you hear what he said about a Shrek 5 and a Donkey spinoff?
Not exactly. I know they said something.
Well, he said he's recording lines.
Okay.
I don't know if it was for Shrek 5 or a Donkey spinoff. I'm a bit worried about the Donkey spinoff thing, because as much as I love Donkey from Shrek, I just gave examples of what happens when you focus too much on the side comedic character. Look, there's been instances where it hasn't backfired, where it does work, but there's been so many times where it just doesn't work, or it's just very, very stale.
I'm actually excited for Beverly Hills Cop 4. I'm gonna call it Beverly Hills Cop 4.
I like Beverly Hills Cop. It's not. I like it a lot. It's not my favorite movie of the 80s, though.
Oh,
listen, if there was a movie that defined the 80s for me, it actually, I think, recently celebrated its 40th anniversary. It was The Karate Kid. Listen, I'm just saying, Ralph Macchio looked like a teenager until he was 35.
Yeah, he does.
I want that same energy and not age for the next 7-8 years.
Here's the thing: The Karate Kid is some of his best stuff, but his best movie is actually part of The Outsiders.
Oh, listen, Outsiders is a great movie. I don't care. I don't care what people say. To me, that's
a tremendous movie. Yeah.
To me, that is one of my favorite. Francis Ford Coppola. I don't even remember what his name is. The guy that directed Godfather. That's one of my favorite movies from him.
Yes, and had a great cast too, man. You had like Matt Dillon, Patrick Swayze, Ralph Macchio.
See,
there's something
about the weird, outlandish gang movies of the 70s and 80s. Not just The Outsiders, but The Warriors that I just love. First of all, they're movies that are like, they're not that long. They don't need to be crazy long. They just got to be an hour and 20 minutes or an hour and a half of entertainment.
Yeah, it was just
listen, The Outsiders and The Warriors. You can't go wrong with those movies. I actually bought The Outsiders book. I got to read it. Did you know that the author of The Outsiders wrote that when they were 16?
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, they started writing it when they were a teenager.
Hmm.
Yo, that's what inspires me to teach my storytelling class, The Outsiders.
It was just sad to see Ralph Macchio, lay on his stomach all burned and he died.
Yo, that scene is just painful to watch.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
But listen, I love him in The Karate Kid and The Outsiders. Yo, my cousin Vinny.
Vinny was great.
He was great in that as well. But he's 30 years old. He sounds like he's 14, 15.
Oh,
that
movie was seriously great.
I love that movie. Joe Pesci and Marissa Tomei. Yo, could you imagine if Joe Pesci was like, yo, this should be some kind of joke where it's like Uncle Ben is Joe Pesci in the MCU. Imagine that. It's like, yo, Peter, with great power comes great responsibility. Could you imagine? He'd be like, you're going through changes right now. Believe me, I know. But with great power comes great responsibility.
I wonder if Joe Pesci could probably back then. If it wasn't Danny DeVito, he probably was short enough to play the Penguin. He certainly had the look.
He'd be good as the Penguin. Listen, people forget, when not just as the burglar, as Harry from Home Alone, but
he's great in Lethal Weapon.
In Goodfellas, Casino, Goodfellas. This might be a hot take. I don't care. I love Goodfellas more than The Godfather. Now, I love The Godfather. It's one of the greatest movies of all time. But I just enjoy Goodfellas more. Yeah. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying it's a better movie. There's a difference between the best movie and favorite movie.
No, yeah.
So I'm just throwing that out there. Listen, if I were to rank my movies, they're both in my top 30 favorite movies of all time. They're pretty close in ranking. I'm not gonna rank them. It'll take up too much time, and there's other things to talk about. But I just enjoy Goodfellas more than The Godfather.
Yeah.
I just get more enjoyment from it. The Godfather's still a great movie. I still enjoy the hell out of it. It is one of the best movies ever, but that's just my take. Goodfellas is my favorite Scorsese movie, and then it's The Departed.
Miller's Crossing. Yeah, that's good. That's true. I just love anything Joe Pesci's on, man.
Yeah, I remember in like Casino. I gotta rewatch Casino. I remember
I like how off he goes, like how he goes off the edge.
Or like, have you ever seen Raging Bull?
Yeah, of course. Man.
Oh my goodness! Like giving De Niro like.
Oh yeah.
The boxer that De Niro plays, he was a scumbag in real life. Like,
oh, I know.
Like literally, like he did some really shitty stuff.
I mean, most boxers are scumbags in real life.
But I'm just saying, like, he the definition of human scum.
Yeah.
He almost up there. He's like up there with Karl Malone as far as scummy great athletes go.
Oh man, that's I'm trying to get into Dune.
Yeah, like Denny apparently's got a movie coming out in 2026.
Oh yeah, so Hollywood Reporter, yeah. I know the grass is eating, but I'm gonna hear his thoughts in the chat. If he wants to come on, he could give his thoughts too.
Yep.
So Denis Villeneuve's next film gets a 2026 release from Warner Brothers. So it is a Warner Brothers. It could be a Dune Messiah, or it could be a sci-fi film that he's working on also. And
he's got a lot of projects.
Coincidentally, apparently the date that they have set for this movie for Denis Villeneuve is the same date as a Star Wars movie. It's coming out.
I'm more excited for the Denny movie.
It
doesn't have to be Dune. As long as Denny's name is on it, I am excited.
Nuclear War Serial. Also, apparently, they're on Dune 3 Messiah. Apparently, they are starting to get into not exactly production, but they are starting to get movement on it, like hiring cast and stuff. All we know is that, with the cast, we know from the first two movies they'll be back. We know Timothée Chalamet will be back. Florence Pugh will be back. Zendaya will be back. I get Josh Brolin character will be back. I forget his name. Javier Bardem's character. We know some of the characters will be back. Obviously, they're going to introduce new characters. But I believe Dune Messiah, even if it's not the movie, even if it's not the movie, and it's Nuclear War Serial, I believe I think Dune Messiah takes years after Dune 2.
Yeah, it takes place a lot of years after.
Yeah, so
that's why I'd be so surprised. I mean, if it comes out like right away. I mean, look, I'm looking forward to it because Dune Part 2 was phenomenal.
Yeah.
The best movie of the year so far, one of the best movies in the last 10 years.
Yes, you're right, Anthony.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I also know that Denny wants to take his time with it, so I don't see it being Dune Messiah for 2026.
Well, it was right. It did take about 3. Okay, Dune. The first one came out 2021. Then this one, right? 2024, 2027. 3 years makes sense. Yes, and Anthony, you're right. Dune has more stuff. Like the books is more in the books than the Dune Messiah. But Denis Villeneuve has said he's only going to make 3 movies, and Dune Messiah will be the last one he makes. Now, it doesn't mean Warner Brothers is not going to have another director to continue the franchise. We know there's a prequel series coming out this year. I think that I'm not 100% sure if that's connected. I assume it's connected. It's a prequel series. It better be connected. I'm more interested in Dune 3 to see how he pulls off. Otherwise, Dune 2 ruined for me. That's now we. Friends with Mama, Cleopatra, Nuclear War, Dune. You're saying it's a Zendaya Cleopatra, right? That's what you're saying, Cleopatra, because Zendaya's going to be Cleopatra.
It's still that. That's probably going to be better than the Gal Gadot Cleopatra.
I don't think that movie's happening.
The Gal Gadot one?
No, I think it's.
Wow.
There's nothing on it since the day was like announced. Nothing. That was like 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. It was quickly a rumor announced. I think that movie was announced right after Wonder Woman. '84 came out, like a couple weeks after '84. I think. What's Rama? What's Rama, man? What are you talking about? Who's playing? Um, but yeah, that's what is happening. But then, so yeah, it might not. I mean, it'd probably be better if Dune 3. I don't think should be keeping with Star Wars. I know people are down on Star Wars right now, but I still think Star Wars would do better in Dune 3. In the box office, if it comes out at the same time, I still think Star Wars would destroy it. This, I don't know what Star Wars movie that's though. I'm not sure which one. Let me check. Maybe I can find it.
Yo, I gotta tell you something about Star Wars from yesterday. So I went to the one DVD store still left on Staten Island where you can buy DVDs, new or used. Some of them are old are DVDs that never got open, but they sell for like $4.99. So I go in, the store owner sees me with like my Star Wars hat because my sister got me a Grogu hat for the Disney vacation, and he's like, "You wearing that after the Accolade?" I was like, "I haven't even seen it." It's like, "Oh, okay, don't watch it."
Oh,
Like, oh my goodness, it was the funniest. It was the funniest thing I've ever heard. Like, oh my, I was like, oof. Oh my. Oh, I gotta tell my friend that when I go into work on Monday, if he's in, I don't know if he's gonna be in because we're just setting up on Monday because camp begins on Tuesday. But whether it's Monday or Tuesday, I gotta tell my friend that. Like, oh my.
Can't be us getting an assistant or helper for a month. Oh yeah, so the Star Wars movie that's scheduled for the same day as that Denis Villeneuve movie is the Rey movie.
Rey Palpatine. She ain't Skywalker. She Rey Palpatine.
Well, she should legally adopt the Skywalker. She says, "I am Rey Skywalker." No, your last name is Palpatine. But yeah, that's the Dune right here, man. I don't know. This is from Dune 2, obviously, because there's no Dune 3 pictures. So what am I gonna do? Okay. So apparently the next Godzilla and Kong movie together is going to come out in 2027, 3 years after this. Okay, I like seeing Kong and Godzilla on film together, but can we get a separate film at least? Please? Is it like? Are you telling me they can't? To me, this sounds like they can't sell on their own, so they have to combine both. Because like this will be the third time in the last three MonsterVerse kaiju movies, it's Godzilla versus Kong, right? And we haven't seen a solo Godzilla movie or a solo Kong movie. It's always been them, right? The past two ones are Godzilla and Kong. Now the third one's gonna be Godzilla and Kong. Like, what's happening here? Why they can't? Are they bankrupt or something? I don't know. Like George, have you noticed that? I mean, like seriously, like what's Warner Brothers thinking here? Seriously, like. You can't do a Godzilla solo or a King Kong solo. And I'm one of the few. I like the King Kong solo movie. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I was fine with the first King Kong and Godzilla movie. It was Godzilla King of the Monsters that I wasn't cool with. But I mean, I don't know like what they're going with. I don't know. Maybe after Godzilla King of the not Godzilla King of the Monsters, Godzilla -1 came out. Maybe they're like, you know what? Maybe we'll make Godzilla American movies where like where he's with King Kong, and we'll just let what's the production company that makes Godzilla in Japan?
Oh, I don't know.
Toho, I think. I'm gonna look it up before I screw up. Yeah, Toho. I got it right.
It's like. Oh, we're gonna make Batman and Superman. We have Batman and Superman movies in the row. Yes, man. I would love to see a solo movie of those characters. Have them do, like Godzilla had what? Two solo movies? 2014 and King of the Monsters, right?
Yeah.
And then he did King Kong had his own solo, and then they teamed up for two more movies, right? Well, Brie Larson's character is dead, probably, or she's really, really old. Because the Kong movie, I'm not sure what year it took place, decade it took place, because I know it took place in the past, not the present. So that character is probably, she may not be dead. I forgot which decade it was, George. I just know it was in the past. Was it the fifth? It was after the war, right? It was after World War II, though, right?
Yeah.
Might be the 50s or 60s, right?
Wait.
Kong. The King Kong movie. Right?
Kong took place after Vietnam.
Vietnam. So what years was Vietnam?
So Vietnam was in the 70s. So I assume Brie Larson's character was in her 20s.
Yeah, so she could still be alive, but like.
So she'd probably be like in her 70s.
Yeah.
Maybe late 60s at the youngest.
Yeah.
Same thing with Tom Hiddleston.
Gamer, right? Oh, nice. I'm just like it's just like Degrassi, man. It's just like, why are they worried they can't sell them in a solo movie anymore?
Oh,
Yeah,
Degrassi. That's an interesting theory.
Oh yeah, that's possible. I mean, like, you spelled Brie Larson wrong anyway, but like whatever. But it is possible. It is science fantasy.
Find out next time on the next Godzilla and Kong movie.
You know what I call Kong the movie? I call it the Marvel movie because you had Captain Marvel, you had Nick Fury, you had Loki, you had what's his name? John C. Reilly was in the first Guardians movie. 4 characters from Marvel in that movie. Oh, and you also had Doctor Doom was in that movie. The actor who played Doctor Doom for Fantastic was in that movie.
Oh, hey, listen. Toby Kebbell deserves a lot better because he was excellent as Koba in the Planet of the Apes movies.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying. He went from playing one of the best villains in 2014 to playing one of the worst villains in 2015. That's not his fault.
Oh, I see some other stuff. I mean, that movie had good actors. Let's be honest. Fantastic had good actors.
Yeah, that's true. Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Kate Mara. They had good actors. Okay? It's like, it was just one of those movies where good actors couldn't even help it at all. Like, make it somewhat watchable. Thank you. Tell Wizard, thank you. But like seriously, they need. I mean, like, I guess they can't rely on them selling solo, so they have to make a third Kong and Godzilla team up movie. I don't know how you can expand this universe because I'm pretty sure there's other monsters that are not getting their own movie. A Mothra is not getting his own movie. I remember some time ago they were talking about a Mothra spin-off or something. I think that was rumored for a while. I don't remember. Maybe you do, George, or anybody in the chat.
I thought I heard something about that.
Yeah. And Monarch. Yeah, I know that's part of that. Yeah, it's part of it. I mean, yeah, it's like Kurt Russell and his son. His son plays the younger version of Kurt Russell. Wyatt Russell is the younger version of his father in the show. Kurt Russell. Yeah, I would like to see Brie anytime. This is going to become a Brie Larson dedication channel only now. I'm kidding. No. Ah, man. What else is there? All right. Let's see what else is there. Oh. Shit. That's all right. Man. So, first look at Agatha and All Along. from Empire magazine. This is a first look from the first official pick. You can see Catherine Hahn as Agatha in the middle, right? You got the Coven of Witches, right? I assume there's a Coven of Witches. It's Deborah Jo Rupp. Obviously, she's from the first movie. She was one of the neighbors they invite in the first movie under her spell. Remember, she was under the hex spell. I don't know who every character is here. I know the woman who's wearing pink. I believe that's Jennifer Kale, another witch. Another witch that's kind of in the comics I recognize. I don't recognize everybody here. I just recognize some. And it looks like they're opening. I know the guys. It looks like they're opening. I'm gonna get rid of this banner because they're opening something. It looks like they're opening. It looks like a stair. Looks like a. It looks like a stair. Looks like the stairs there, right? And it looks like this is the stairs. Either like they're Coven of Witches, so obviously they have like this mysterious, coven, this mysterious there, whatever. So it looks like they maybe stored something there, or maybe they're there to revive a dead witch or somebody. Now some people speculate that this is a portal to hell. I don't think so because I know Mephisto is scheduled to make an appearance in this show, but I don't think Mephisto. This is not how you would have Mephisto be introduced to the show. Not like this. Just if this is a portal to somebody's a witch's grave that's dead, maybe it's Aubrey Plaza's character who is made up for the show. Aubrey Plaza's character is never in the comics at all, and this is confirmed. Her character is made specifically for the show. It could be her character, and she's Agatha's trying to create a cover for herself. But I believe Aubrey Plaza is playing the villain in the show. I believe she's playing the villain in the show. So that's the Coven of Witches. That's from Agatha. Comes out in September. Trailer is probably very soon. If this picture is released, that means the trailer is coming out very soon. Usually, when stuff like this gets released, official, usually means the trailer is coming out very soon. Usually, the first trailer is coming out very soon. And maybe San Diego Comic-Con, maybe before San Diego Comic-Con, but it's coming out this month. I guarantee you the trailer will come out this month. That's 100% guarantee it will come out this month. Because the Penguin trailer came out a couple times this month and a couple months before, and it's coming out the same month as this show. So they have to release the trailer, between now and September. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm looking forward more to the Penguin show than this show. So I'm a DC fan and a Batman fan. What do you think, George?
What was the question? Sorry, something came up.
What do you think? Like, are you interested in that Agatha All Along?
No.
No,
that's an easy. That was an easy no.
How about you, Degrassi? I'll watch it, definitely. I'll watch the show. I'll give it a shot.
I still haven't even seen Echo and the rest of Secret Invasion.
You haven't seen Echo?
No, I have.
Okay.
I don't want to. I feel like my time has become more valuable, and I don't want to waste my time on stuff I'm not interested in at the moment.
Echo might play into Daredevil a little bit. Maybe I'm not sure. You might have, if you want to follow Daredevil, Echo might be something you need to watch. I'm not 100% sure. Secret Invasion sucked terribly. This show? Well, I'm interested in this show not because it's Catherine Hahn. Catherine Hahn is a great actress. Okay, no question about that. And Agatha was well liked. Like in WandaVision, Agatha was really well liked, right? People love Agatha, right? But my interest in this show is not particularly. I'm sorry, it's not Agatha. It's Mephisto. Because remember, George, in 2020 we were all locked up and we're waiting in anticipation of WandaVision to come out. What was everybody clamoring for? Oh my God, it's Mephisto!
Yeah.
Guess what? 4 years later, we're fighting against Mephisto. Okay.
But Mephisto's never gonna come.
Oh my god! Even some of the actors joked about that. I know the actor who played is it Billy? Billy is the actor who played Billy. Billy is the speed. Is he the speedster or Wiccan? No, Billy Maximoff is Wiccan, right? Yeah, Wiccan. The actor who played Wiccan, Billy Maximoff. I think he joked about a couple times on X. Yeah, and some people joked about from the MCU, joked about Mephisto. And we're finally getting it. We're finally getting Mephisto. Okay, we're finally getting Mephisto. Okay. Yeah, no. After 4 years, 4 years, everybody was, everybody was like, Mandalorian and WandaVision most anticipated shows of 2000, even though it came out 2021, because there was like nothing coming out in 2000, and those were like the first shows to come out 2020. Those were like the first shows to like come out. I mean, Mandalorian came out 2020, I believe in December 2020. WandaVision came in January, so people were so happy, delighted we got those shows because we weren't getting many new shows, right? New shows or new seasons of anything, right, George? In 2020, because we all were locked in and filming production.
Yeah, I mean, the only new thing that came out, and it's not even Marvel canon, was the last season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. Oh, also, Supernatural had a finale in 2020 too. Also, that was a pretty big thing.
Well, I mean, Mandalorian season 2 came out. That was like one of the highlights of.
Yeah, we had to wait all the way to December, George. That's the thing.
That was a highlight.
Marvel had like 2 movies done for 2020. Marvel had Black Widow and Eternals done for 2020. Remember? They had it done. They had to wait a year to release them. They had 2 movies done. Oh, I think part of it might be canon. I mean, they said it's canon now again. They did confirm it's canon again. But yeah, so and this show is gonna go up against Penguin. If you like the, yeah, I doubt it. I know. Anthony, I think I know where you got that made up rumor from. So yeah, Penguin comes out in 2000, same month as Agatha. Look, I love competition. I love Marvel and DC, as George does, as a lot of people in the chat do, and I'm gonna embrace the competition with DC and Marvel because I think competition is a good thing. I don't want them to try to destroy each other, to drive people out of business. I just want them to challenge each other to bring out good content. It's all It's all I care about, right? It's all I care about is good content. So I'm really looking forward to the battle between Agatha versus the Penguin, and I'm gonna give Penguin an advantage because Penguin, it's an HBO show. It's a Warner Max show, HBO, Warner Brothers show. Those shows are better than Disney shows. They're just better. Disney shows barely win Emmy awards. When you see the Emmy nominated awards, whether it's Best Actress Supporting, or Best Show, or Best Sound, Best Tech, Disney shows barely win the awards. They barely win. Most of them are usually Warner Brothers. Mostly Warner Brothers, actually. Warner Brothers doesn't win a lot of awards from the award shows. They really do. It's especially their TV shows for the Emmys. Disney barely wins. From the Emmy award shows, even if they get their Disney Plus Marvel shows nominated, they don't win. They'll never win. A Warner Brothers show would. I guarantee you, if you're gonna have a best show, I guarantee you a Penguin show will most likely win an award show, win an Emmy, than the Disney Marvel show. Like Colin Farrell, most likely would be. I think Colin Farrell has a good chance of, being nominated for Best Actor in an Emmy. That's what I think. I don't know what you think, George. Like, what's your opinion on that? Because I think a lot of people would agree with me that Warner Bros. Has better TV production than Disney.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the shows on Max are made in better quality. It's not even a like Peacemaker, Euphoria, The Last of Us, Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon.
House of Dragon.
It's like it's really no contest.
With Red, it's a different universe. Don't worry. So it's not part of the same universe, man. They're not in the same universe. Okay, not even the same. That's the reason. And they're not universe. It's probably not part of the. It's not part of the MCU.
And also like if they're gonna do a Harry Potter series, I know some people have mixed thoughts on it, but it's like if they follow more closely with the books, like that's gonna satisfy some fans.
I'm excited for the Harry Potter show now because the people that got to working on it, it's top notch. Last Succession. Game of Thrones.
No, I'm excited for it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the movies. I grew up on the movies, but there were certain things that were not in the movies that were in the books. That's like, man, I want to see that, or I want to see like this character get introduced as early as they were in the books. Because one of the characters, it was like Ron's older brother, Bill Weasley. In the books, he was introduced in Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
It was in every single book after that. We didn't see him in the movies until Deathly Hallows. Part 1.
Oh yeah.
So it's like
older brother.
Yeah, so it's like, and another thing, the best defense against Dark Arts teacher they had, Lupin. He played a big role. He still played a significant role in the other books, but it's like in the movies, he was just stood around.
He was just pure like mini support. He wasn't big support.
It's like
only prisoner.
So it's like. There's certain things that did annoy me with the movies as much as I love the movies.
You could do it more in the TV series, right? Because
yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'm a book fan. I love Harry Potter movies, and they're well-made movies and they're great movies. But I'm also sort of a book purist and a fan of the other Harry Potter books. Mm-hmm. So it's like. I always have to remind myself when I critique Harry Potter, if they don't do something as accurate in the book, it doesn't make it a bad movie. Like everything else still works, but it's like it could have been a better movie had they done this and that. Like Goblet of Fire, I love Goblet of Fire, the movie, but I also love the book. There's just some things about the Goblet of Fire movie, as much as I love it, that's like if they had just fixed a few stuff. It could have probably been my favorite Harry Potter movie.
If you cut stuff, here's in the movie. If you cut stuff out of the book, and the movie still makes sense and it's still good, you can get away with it. But if you cut stuff out of the book and it doesn't make sense in the movie because it makes sense in the book, like, how does it make sense?
But it's like in Goblet of Fire, it's like Dumbledore was angry in the movie. It's like in the book, he's pretty calm.
Okay.
It's like
this is a Sony universe. Craven is a Sony universe, all right? Also, the universe is he in has nothing to do with the MCU. Think of like Madame Web, okay? Madame Web is in his own separate universe, her own separate universe. Nothing to do with the MCU. Nothing. She's never gonna cross over. This is what it's like. You can have Red. Remember, Red. Have you seen Thor: Love and Thunder? Because if you have, Russell Crowe plays Zeus in that movie. He's also in this movie. It has nothing to the Sony universe has nothing to do with the Marvel MCU universe. Two different companies besides Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Okay? That has a connection to the MCU. Okay? No, it's not. No, it's not, because Sony has the rights to the Spider-Man lore. No. They have the right to the Spider-Man movies. Spider-Man movies and TV shows. They do not have the not Marvel Studios. That's why they have to work together with Sony to use Spider-Man characters. Tell them, George. You know what it is. I think Red is messing with us. Yeah, you're messing with us, Red. You're messing with us. Can you imagine if Kraven does appear to MCU? Be like, if Wanda's still alive, be like, yeah, Joe, what are you doing why are you pretending to lie? I'm not your
we'll
brother.
watch, and then Kraven stabs her. She's like, who's Petro? And that's how she actually dies.
Oh my god.
Oh my! And it's like I just killed the strongest woman in the universe.
Oh man.
I'm just saying, there's been some weirder shit happening in other stuff.
You think he's gonna talk with a Russian accent? I mean, he could pull it off. I know Aaron Johnson can pull off accents very well. Elizabeth Olsen couldn't though. She couldn't pull off a good accent. But Aaron Johnson could.
Didn't he pull off an accent in Age of Ultron?
They both did. Yeah. But Elizabeth Olsen kind of abandoned it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you can make up the lazy excuse and say, well, you know what? Spending time in the States, you lose your accent. I mean, here's the thing. Living in New York, I think I've gained more of a...
Exactly. Some people from Europe, from that part of Europe, when they come to North America, they still have that accent. They don't really lose it.
I don't know. Maybe Thanos snapped her accent away.
Well, if he did in Civil War, I didn't know if he snapped.
But I mean, to be fair, when I moved to New York, it took me a while to finally develop a New York accent.
Shut up, Red.
New York, man. We're going to some Brooklyn. We're doing this.
I just think she couldn't pull off the accent very well. The problem is, they're good. I mean, Aaron Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen are good actors and actresses, right? No, I'm not doubting that. At the time, if they cast Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver now, it would not be an Americans, or it'd be somebody who could pull off the accent very. I mean, like Aaron Johnson would have a better chance of being cast as Quicksilver than Elizabeth Olsen, because Aaron Johnson is a better actor and can pull off accents where Elizabeth Olsen couldn't. So I think most likely Aaron Johnson, if he was cast now as Quicksilver, he would get it. I don't think Elizabeth Olsen would be cast as Scarlet Witch. They'd probably go somebody like. The thing is, the best actors that can pull off accents are not Americans. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. 2 out of the 3 Spider-Men are played by British people.
Yeah.
By the British.
Yeah.
All the British. Harry Potter.
That's why Aaron Johnson could do it, because he's not American. Aaron Johnson is British. That's why he could do it.
You want a crumpet? I guess.
I don't know how you feel about the Sherlock Holmes, but I felt like the movies. I don't think they're that bad, but I find it weird that Robert Downey Jr. talking that way. Like
I love the Sherlock Holmes movies. I love it. Well, I love the 2009 one. I like the 2011 one as well. But good Lord, Robert Downey Jr. pulling off a British accent is funny.
I don't know. It's like Americans, when they try to pull off a British accent, it's like they're trying to make fun of it. Like in the movies, it's like they're trying to make fun of the British. And now.
I mean, Jude Law was casted perfectly in those movies.
Yeah, because he is British himself.
But no, I love him as Watson. I do love him as Watson.
I don't know.
He was. I liked him as Dumbledore as well in the Fantastic Beasts movies. Like one of the few bright spots of those movies.
You know what's weird? Dumbledore doesn't. His Dumbledore doesn't have an accent. Like a weird accent.
Yo, also his Dumbledore dresses in style.
Yeah, he does.
Like, you got the sweater vest, you got the dress shirt and tie.
I know those movies.
He more modernized it than he is later on.
I know those movies didn't do very well, and they're not doing the 4th or 5th one like they originally planned. But I kind of want to see the continuation between Grindelwald and Dumbledore.
See, this is what Hunger Games does better than Harry Potter. Hunger Games makes prequels that people want to see. People want to see how President Snow got into power, or at least I did. I don't know if everyone did. And we got to see why President Snow's the way that he is.
Yeah.
Now we're going to get a Hunger Games movie and book where we're going to see Haymitch's Hunger Games.
Yeah.
See, Suzanne Collins and the people at Lionsgate know what Hunger Game fans want to see as far as prequels go. For some reason, the easiest prequels for Warner Brothers and J.K. Rowling to make, they don't want to do. And I'm talking about prequels like Harry's
J.K.
parents.
Rowling's not making anything for her. She's not gonna. She's a billionaire. She doesn't need to make anything. She's like, all she does is creating trouble X. That's all.
Oh yes, but I mean, like, you could easily do movies or book series on Harry's parents when they were in school, or Harry's parents when they were members of the Order of the Phoenix, the First Wizarding War, or Voldemort's rise to power, how he created the Horcruxes.
Yeah,
you can even do like an HBO series on that. It's like they don't even want to do the interesting stuff that people want to see.
Yeah. Harry Potter.
Like that's why, like, even though I love the Harry Potter franchise, I think Hunger Games right now, as a franchise and as a book series, is doing a better job.
Oh yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. I think they're doing a better job. And you know what? Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes was a good movie. It was also a good book. They both had the same problem, which was that the third act just dragged on too slowly. But that was an issue that the book had. So I'm not even going to fault the movie because if the book failed at it. The movie's going to struggle as well.
The problem is with that movie, I don't buy Rachel Zegler as someone like that. I don't think she was right for that role. I don't buy Rachel.
I thought she was fine.
But like Jennifer Lawrence.
Let's listen.
Yeah.
She's not. Listen. She's no Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss.
No.
We make fun of Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique, but she's phenomenal as Katniss. Like she's listen. Like she's phenomenal as Katniss.
What do you think?
No one was ever gonna fill in those shoes that she filled in.
No, what do you think about basically Voldemort wanted to create a Holocaust, kill all the Muggles.
Yo, that's like, oh my goodness.
And you had to go to
wait, hold on. World War II. I'm pretty sure when World War II was happening, that's when Voldemort was in Hogwarts and the Chamber of Secrets, I think, opened.
No,
I gotta look up the timeline again.
Didn't the books and the movies take place in the 90s?
But you know what? The Fantastic Beasts movies screw up their own timeline, and here's why. Professor McGonagall.
The 20s, wasn't it?
Here's why they screwed up. Professor McGonagall was a Hogwarts student, I'm pretty sure, in the 40s. She was not teaching when Newt Scamander was in Hogwarts.
I thought the first Fantastic Beasts movie was taking place in the 20s.
Exactly. That's what I mean. So why is it that McGonagall, who is technically hasn't even gotten to Hogwarts yet, is teaching when Newt Scamander is in school? I don't get it.
Yeah.
McGonagall. J.K. Rowling, who I'm pretty sure wrote the screenplay of the first two Fantastic Beasts movies, at least, she messed up her own Harry Potter canon.
it's like
how the listen. We give flack to George Lucas for making these bizarre.
Maybe she did plagiarize Harry Potter all along because you can clearly tell she doesn't know her own franchise.
Listen. People make fun of George Lucas for doing weird stuff with his canon, but J.K. Rowling messed up her own canon. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Like, good Lord.
Oh my God, Red, you're crazy, man. You're crazy, Red. You're crazy, Red. You know that? You're crazy. Red is crazy. What else is there? I don't know what Blind. Oh yeah, Blind went swimming.
Just keep swimming.
What else there is? Oh, so South Park, Bigger, Longer, Uncut, is 25 years old today. Yay!
Wait, what's old? What?
The South Park movie.
Oh,
it's 25 years old.
Oh, the one where they go to war with Canada.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Yo, I gotta tell you, I'm watching this weird video about what would happen after a possible World War III. Yo, they had it where like I forget what where they had Canada, but like apparently Canada stays neutral.
What?
But then, but I gotta find the video. But like they had some weird scenarios about World War III. They had one where apparently Mexico takes like part of the United States.
What, to get their states back?
Yeah, they get their states back basically because they decided to help China. They decided to help China, who was helping Russia.
Oh,
Yo, and then like,
oh my God. Yeah, Mexico's like, we're taking back Texas, Arizona, California. We want our states back.
and I think it was Russia that controls Canada at some point.
What?
Yo, I was like, wait, what? It's either China or Russia.
You'll have your first in America, George. You'll have a civil war before a world war. You have another civil war.
Yo, listen, if civil war happens, I'm going to Canada. I'm bailing. Yo, I'll be like, yeah, I'm out.
You're gonna have a civil war.
It's Joe. I'll be like, can we sell this over a pint or a game of golf?
Man, you're fuck with each president.
Yo, you know what? Listen. I'm just gonna say this. Just bring Trump and Biden to Top Golf and have them compete against one another in Top Golf for the presidency.
I honestly, if they did golf against each other, I think Trump would win. To be honest.
Yo, you know what? Here's the thing. I was looking up a clip of like when George W. Bush was president. Like I keep forgetting George W. Bush liked to golf as well. So it was like after some kind of terrorist attack, does, right? And like George W. Bush was saying like something about like we're gonna stop the terrorists or something, and then he was like, "Now watch this drive," and he swings the golf and he hits it. I'm like saying to myself, "Oof, maybe he should be in this 2024 debate."
You know what's the sad thing about George W. Bush? When 9/11 happened, he was at a school, right? Like in front of.
Oh yeah, he was like green.
Yeah,
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, for anyone that gives him flack. When you're in a classroom full of kids, obviously you need to keep your cool.
Yeah, but like
you don't want to start.
You can stand up. You can still stand up and keep cool. Tell me, something just came up, and obviously.
Yeah, but like you know what? I think he handled it as far as in front of those kids pretty well.
He didn't want to scare the kids, but the kids. What are the kids gonna? Well, Mr. President, why are you leaving? Just lie to the kids. I mean,
but listen, I'll just say this: if you put Bush on that stage with Trump and Biden, I think Bush would beat them both in a debate with his Bushisms. Look, I don't care. The Bushisms like would defeat. Oh my goodness! Oh, he would be both of them in golf.
We need The Rock to run up. I'm gonna say America, brother.
Make America hoop again. Let's do it. Listen. I'm gonna announce it right here. I have announced my presidential campaign for 2032. I'm gonna be I'll be 36 when that happens. I'll be old enough to run.
It's bad when the Democrats are saying Joe Biden should.
Oh my! Listen. I don't want to name drop a friend in our communities, but one of our friends in the community was freaking out on Twitter and in Matt Jarbo's chat the other night.
Oh,
I think you know who I'm talking about. I'll put in the private chat if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to mention his name, but it was like, relax, it ain't the end of the world.
They're having another debate, man, in September. You know what's going to happen? I think Democrats are going to create a robot version of an Android, lookalike version of Joe Biden. It's going to be him, and the Android's going to go up on stage and debate Trump instead of the real.
And then the android goes insane like Android 17 and 18, and then we're in the Android apocalypse. Oh, the reign of terror. And then androids George W. Bush and Obama come out of nowhere. And
here, I think there should be a rule, America. If you're going to run for presidency, there has to be a rule where at a certain age you cannot run for presidency. I'm sorry.
Like seriously,
if you're over 70, you should not be able to run for presidency.
Yo, can I just say this about the Android saga as well? I gotta say this about the Android saga. During like the first month or two of COVID shutdown, I remember Toonami was showing the Android saga of Dragon Ball Z Kai, and I was like, good lord, like, why are we showing this? Like, this is the wrong timeline. Like, we got a heart virus. It's like, what's next? Are the androids gonna come?
See, let's Cell take over the world, or like threaten the world to have a 10-day. You're gonna have a tournament to fight a fate of the earth, the world.
Yo, how about this? We're gonna have people call Joe Biden and Dark Brandon the Brandinator.
Oh my god.
Trump, because Biden's android will take over. We'll be ruled by androids.
Cool, man.
And then MAGA's gonna come out.
I don't think if Biden gets reelected, I don't know if he's gonna make it through all 4 years.
No, he ain't help. Good lord, he ain't. Then we're gonna have Kamala Harris as president. Good lord.
Well,
I'm gonna need to play. I'm gonna need to be having drinks every night.
Kamala Harris should do the right thing, and she can evoke the 25th Amendment. Is that the 25th Amendment?
Yeah.
25th Amendment.
Listen. I feel like the only people that would be able to have any power and be able to convince Biden to drop out would be his wife.
His wife is not doing it too.
And President Obama. I feel like those are the two that I think he would listen to. The thing is though, is like they're still encouraging him.
Because, yeah, you know what? If look, some people look at the debates because some people don't know what they're voting on, right? Some people are voting; they're dead set they're gonna vote, whether Republican or Democrat. But there's always uncertain people, right? And they always look at this debates and be like, the sway of them, right? And if you look at a guy who stumbles, who's not all there, and you look at Trump, who says a bunch of bullshit, but the way Trump does it is like you could believe it because he's so like he's charismatic. He's he's actually well spoken too. You know, so stuff's coming out of it, and you see that, and you see Biden like, I think I'd rather have this guy lead a country, not this guy who's struggling, and it's not all there. Like, that's not good for the Democrats. Okay, that's not good for the Democrats. Because I'm sorry, Joe Biden. I'm sorry, Democrats. I know. Look, I'm not. Whatever. I'm not anything that Republicans or I don't like Trump either. My personal beliefs. I'm not Republican or anything like that. I'm not exactly. I'm a middle person. I see what stuff on both sides, and some stuff I don't like on both sides. But with the Democrats, there are if they refusing to see it with Joe Biden. I think he does have either Alzheimer's or dementia. Okay, I think he has signs of it. He tests signs of it.
Oh, he does. He does.
Yes. And I know they want to beat Trump, but you're still relying on the guy who has signs of a degenerate illness that eventually kills you. That's not a winning formula. When that's exposed on a large stage in front of millions of people watching on TV, the people that people don't know who they're going to vote for, you're going to be like, yeah, we don't want this guy to lead our country. Okay? Like, we won't let this. See, you see what I mean, George? You want somebody who's confident, brash, who could speak well, and you don't want somebody who's going to look like it's not all there, who's struggling, Joe, I don't know, like, does he have a doctor? Does a doctor? Does he? Don't they have doctors to tell him? Yeah, you have signs of this. Like, It's just become a shit show, man. A shit show.
Like, here's the thing. When listen, you can compare this to a bunch of stuff. You know the two old Muppets from the Muppets?
Yes.
That's what it feels like. Rah, 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 rah. Like, or it's like the climax of Up. The climax of Up, where the two old guys are fighting for the bird Kevin. That's what it is. You got like two old guys fighting against one another right now. It's like, rah, rah. Oh my! It's. I'm just saying. People still wonder why young people don't vote. This is why.
Oh man!
Like young
You're
people
looking at it this way and be like, "Oh, we're fucked."
They like, these people ain't gonna be alive when I gotta pay for my children's college. Like,
Man.
Listen, I ain't got no kids now, but like, what if like in 8 years I get married and have kids? Like.
Man, they should just.
I'm like all this is gonna impact me. Like what? In my kids.
They should really have a round of golf, and whoever wins becomes president. That's how they should decide the fate of the U.S.
Listen, we should there should be a political drinking game where every time like Biden looks like he's lost, you take a drink, and every time
man.
Trump says a lie or says fake news or wrong or makes a gesture with his hands, it's a drink. Like seriously, I would get so drunk. I swear.
10 years from now, a major studio is going to come out and do a movie on this. This is a debate. Call it a debate. Just name the debate.
Listen, I had to rewatch the 2012 presidential debate between Obama and Romney to remind myself that there was a time where we had good presidential candidates from both parties that were normal, that were cordial with one another, that had respectful, good debate without screaming and yelling and losing their minds.
I felt like it all changed once, like late in the 2010 decades. After that, I felt like when Obama became a second term, it felt like politics became outrageous.
When Trump ran, like politics went off the
Yeah.
rails. I mean, you had the moments before that, but it wasn't like a consistent thing like this. I mean, good Lord. Here's the thing. Biden fell for the trap that everyone that ran against Trump in 2016 on the Republican
Everybody
side.
thought Hillary was going to win.
Well, here's the thing. Hold on, let me get to my point. Biden fell into the same trap that Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz, and Jeb Bush ran into in 2016, where Trump was pulling the nonsense, and they fell into the nonsense trap. Like when Trump called Marco Rubio Little Marco, and Rubio tried to one-up him by going, let's go, Big Don. Like, Biden ran into that by going with the golf routine. Oh my goodness. American politics is it's frustrating, it's sad, but also funny. I have to laugh to like, keep myself from having an anxiety attack, I feel like.
You know what? People said, oh man, people people said it was outrageous. We're not having a crowd or anything like that. There, remember, it was like no crowd involved or anything like that. I think that was a good thing.
I mean, listen, yeah, it was a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yo, I guess I gotta say this. There's a fact checker for CNN named Daniel Dale. I think his name is. So he was like on Twitter during the golf debate part. He was like, he said, I can't fact check this golf stuff right here. Well, listen. Trump was bragging about the fact that he won 2 golf tournaments on his own golf course. Well, I was like, oh my goodness.
In the next debate, will Trump be wearing an orange prison shirt?
Oh my God. Well, here's the thing. Is Trump going to wear an orange jumpsuit? And is Biden going to wear...
Is he going to do it live on video from his cell?
And is Biden going to wear like a nursing home outfit?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
yeah, but he's gonna
I'm
have his
sorry.
nurse with him.
I'm
What's it called?
sorry.
A personal
It's
support
just
worker? No. PSW, whatever they call
listen.
it.
I'm just gonna say this. I have nothing against Joe Biden. I think he's a decent man, but he is past his prime.
Yes, yes.
Listen. His window was back in 2016, and you know what? I can't even fault him for not running because his son Beau Biden passed away in 2015. Obviously, you gotta have the right mindset. His mindset. I'm not saying he was on the decline, like mentally, but like dealing with the trauma of losing your kid, you're obviously not mentally prepared to run for president at that time.
Yeah, it wouldn't look good. It wouldn't look good.
So
right
it's
away.
like, but unfortunately, that was probably the best time for him to run at the same time because he was still mentally there. So it's but it's like, here's the thing. People knew he was starting to decline in 2020, but not like this. Like in 2020, he was still able to debate. He was still able to get one-liners out there and like get zingers out there. He can't even do that. I was waiting for, like, he looked lost and confused. Like, where am I? What is happening? Who are you?
Just make a robot Joe Biden and have him debate Trump and not make sure it's not the real Joe Biden. Like, seriously, this is man, it's really, really bad. That, like, the whole world was watching. Oh my god.
The whole world was watching.
CNN was like panicking. Because they're very anti-Trump and they're pro-Democrat, right? Pro-Democrat, and they're like, the people on the panel are like, yeah, you gotta do something.
Everyone's just like, what the hell is going on?
And they think Trump is gonna, if he does win presidency, he's gonna run like an authoritarian fascist government, right? Well, Democrats, if you think like that, get Joe Biden and get somebody else, because if Joe Biden is gonna be like this is the next debate, guess what? Trump is gonna be president again.
Just have me run for president.
Okay, I can't vote for you, George, but
listen,
you're from Staten Island, man. They would vote all Republican for you anyway.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, I am still a registered Republican. I still don't know how I haven't changed my party affiliation. Maybe it's because I was trying to vote Trump out in the primary and it failed. But it's like, to me, I feel like I would run a common sense ticket.
I know, yeah. I know.
I would run it. I would run the common. I mean, here's the thing.
You're not Republican. Far right. That's what you are, George. You're not.
Well,
far
here's
right
the thing.
That's
Republicans would not like my take on gun control because I'm probably the most pro-gun control Republican on the planet. Well, actually, no, the second most pro-gun control Republican. My mom, who's Republican, hates it. She is strongly pro-gun control. That's one of the reasons she thinks she still agrees with Biden on. Like, I mean, she's only voting for Biden just so Trump doesn't get elected. She'll vote for anyone that's running against Trump. But even she's like, even she was like, I like Biden, but I can't vote. It's like he should not be running. I'm only voting for him just so Trump don't get elected. That's basically her mentality.
The problem is there's other Republicans that act like Trump now.
Yeah, that's another thing. I feel like I would not be able to get elected in this current Republican Party.
What I get from you and your mom, you're not far right.
Like here's the thing. I feel like I would not be able to run and get elected in this current Republican Party. I feel like here's the thing. I feel like if I were to
poisoned, man, both parties got poisoned.
Here's the thing. I feel like I would rather run as an independent than run for a party. But independents can't. It's hard for an independent to get elected.
Here's the thing.
I will say this. I think because I live on Staten Island, which is typically red, but we've elected a few Democrats. I feel like I would be a Democrat that would be electable.
The world is turning red. If you notice, Europe, the world is in Europe is going more conservative now.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I feel like I I would be if I were to run as a Democrat in Staten Island, I think I could get elected because
Maybe.
here's the thing. I am not a fan of the Democratic governor. I am not a fan.
What's her name? Hucho? Alcho? What's her name?
Hochul. I am not a fan of the.
Was Cuomo Democrat?
Yeah, Cuomo was a Democrat. I am not a big fan of the DA. I would actually, I would actually hold Biden accountable for stuff. I would actually demand to know, and I have nothing against the migrants, but I would demand to know what is going on, why they're kicking people out and putting them in. I'm not saying we can't help migrants, but we can't be kicking out our own citizens. Migrants.
So
you can find a way to do both.
Look at LA.
You
man.
can find
issues with that too.
Yeah, you can find a humane way to do both. Like, here's the thing.
In Europe, it's starting to be more conservative because people are tired of migrants.
Here's the thing. I'm personally pro-life, but I also respect a woman's right to choose. That might put me at odds with the Catholic Church because I'm also Catholic, but it's like
I think regular Americans are having issues with migrants coming in because they get treated better than they do. That's what I think they see.
So it's like,
and
I think I can get elected as a Democrat. I don't think I would run. I don't know.
And
like, here's the thing. I would not be AOC though. I would be the anti-AOC.
No. They're crazy. Those are far left is crazy.
Listen,
I
would be a pro-Israel Democrat who would also hold the Israeli government accountable for stuff as well.
Yeah, you're not
because here's the thing. Even though, listen, what happened on October 7th was wrong, but at the same time, I don't want innocent people in Gaza, like kids, to get killed either. So, like, I would also hold accountable that. Like, I would be the middle of the road candidate where I'm going to hold everyone accountable, where I'm going to make sure that, stuff like October 7th doesn't happen again, that we got to help our allies. But I also want to know what the government is doing that doesn't cause much more problems. I would also make sure that Ukraine gets their aid.
How some of the far left say they're not racist and everything. That one of the most radical far left people got basically.
Oh yeah, Jamal Bowman. Thank God.
Because yeah.
Well, here's the thing. It's not just that. He also like, I don't know how true this is, but apparently he supported or has ties to someone who blamed Jews for 9/11. Are you kidding me?
Conspiracy theorists, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. The terrorists were anti-Semitic themselves because the reason
they are.
Because here's the thing. The 9/11 bombing, well, not 9/11 bombing, the World Trade Center bombing of 93 was planned out by two anti-Semitic